Alright, so welcome. My name's Toby. They call me Toby TigerHeart, as clever as that is. That's my ring name. I fought, some of you guys, maybe she says that. I've had 150 sanctioned fights. I'm a 3-time world champion in mixed martial arts. I'm a undefeated professional boxer. And my last Muay Thai fight was for a world title. The reason I say that, the reason that's important, the reason I say that is because a lot of mixed martial arts, a lot of instructors, Jiu-Jitsu instructors have never been in a real fight. I know that sounds crazy, but they've never been in a real self-defense situation. They've taught it, or they do Jiu-Jitsu. I've been dropped in a steel cage 30 times with another human, and winner takes all. And so, like, when we talk about that, I like to scale that back for you ladies. That makes sense? The idea behind a cage fight is, he's right there, I'm right here, we both know we're trying to hurt each other. The thing about a self-defense situation is, you don't know what's coming. I mean, that's the whole key. The key is, attackers are looking for an easy in and easy out. So the idea is, the problem with that is victims don't get to pick the time of the attack. It's usually the attack. That's the biggest thing. So the idea there is, for me, I want to get some basic techniques, basic stuff that you ladies can use when it happens. The idea here is I would like to do this regular, this gets you guys involved and interested in maybe doing more of this, but the idea is, just like everything else, I'm going to give you a taste of this. We're going to hear some of this stuff, but if it's really important to you, or it's really important to your daughters, your sons, or anybody that is important, the idea is you have to drill this stuff. So not only am I going to do some stuff today that's going to teach you, hey, some situational stuff, but I'm also going to give you some skills that will basically protect you and help protect you, so that if and when it happens, you don't have that surprise, right? You know, a lot of times in self-defense situations, or you watch this, they come up and self-defense does this thing when he grabs here, or grabs both wrists, all right? I've had enough cage fights where I know that's not really how it goes. I've done a lot more research than any of you ever will or want to have to do on this thing called YouTube. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. There are an unsettling amount of videos online of women, men getting assaulted, and it does not happen like it happens in the movie. It does not happen like it happens in most self-defense seminars, to where they walk up, where they grab both wrists. Hate to say it, but it usually happens is, let's say a scenario, they jump out of the bush, they get that first strike to get you shot, to go and freeze up. They're trying to get you to go be very afraid first, everything out that easy. How do I know that? That's what I'm trying to do in a steel cage against another grown man. I'm trying to get that moment where he takes that look in his face and goes, oh, how did I get here? The thing about this is the reps, understanding the scenarios, putting yourself in bad positions over and over again is how we get great at combat sports. So the idea today is we're just going to run through some basic stuff, all right? Some basic drills that when this happens, you can react very quickly, all right? Do I have a demonstration partner, somebody I can use? Anybody? Yes. Have you done martial arts before? Perfect. All right, cool. All right. So we're going to do 3 different scenarios. I know we had some questions earlier about, hey, you know, knowing what to do, when to do it. We have some basic positions. Positions in Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu on black belt, Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu, I don't know, who knows what Jiu-Jitsu is in here? Jiu-Jitsu? Okay. Jiu-Jitsu is the art of submission grabbing. Normally when you think about Jiu-Jitsu, you think about grabbing someone, the ground game, no striking, no punches. That's normally, when you train self-defense, Jiu-Jitsu is one of the arts that everybody does because there's not a lot of striking. Most self-defense situations aren't someone coming and beating you. Think about this. If someone comes and attacks you, what do they want? They either want money or what?
Hurt you.
Alright? A lot of people just don't, unless they're crazy, unless you're hanging out in Los Angeles or San Francisco or some other big city, and you run into some drug addict who just wants to hurt you, just crazy. Most of the time, they want to take something from you, or much worse, take you. Now, anybody ever heard this? Nothing better ever happens at a second location. Fight to the death. To the death. To stab someone's car, to stab anybody's vehicle. That's it. Don't freeze up. Some of that stuff's basic. We talk about situational awareness. Before I teach you these basic techniques or whatnot, some of the biggest things is understanding something what we call transitional spaces. Does anyone know what transitional space is? No, transitional space is anywhere that an attacker can get in and out quickly. Let's name some. Some of you might go to, anybody ever go to a gas station? Yeah. Anybody ever go to or drive by an ATM? I think so. Anybody ever go to a parking lot? Yes. Sidewalk, parking lot, ATM, gas station. Those are your main places where you're going to get attacked. Does that make sense? So those are the places where, when you go there, there's so many things you can do. So many things you can do just to be heightened. You know, your heightened awareness, situational awareness, above what we're going to teach today. Does that make sense? I asked everybody in here, no one in here has been in a real life or death self-defense situation yet. So what I hear is everybody's pretty good at that, all right? Now with technology, with criminals getting much smarter, much better, much more cunning now, there's some basic things that you can do. A lot of things that you've seen a lot of people getting robbed at gas stations. Somebody will come in on the passenger side, go over there, pumping grass, grab a purse. What's had a lot? You ever put air in their tire? Yeah, ever think about somebody jumping in, grabbing their car and driving away? Very common. These little things that you just for a moment. How many people back into their driveway or their garage? Back into your driveway or your garage. One person. I would like, this is one thing, please, everyone here, start backing into every parking space that you ever park in. I know I'm trying to be every parking space. One, it allows for you to see forward, who's following you, but more importantly, it allows a quick, easy getaway. All right? So if you have to jump in your car, if you're in your car and someone comes up, you're gone. There's no 3-point turn. So if you take anything from this seminar, back into your driveway, back into your garage. Why? Because when you pull into your garage, someone will wait right next to your garage. Before that garage door closes, they're already in your garage door. Does that make sense? Parking back into your parking spot. Self-defense tip number 1. You get one thing from me. Plus it doesn't take more time. You gotta do a 3-point turn a lot more time. Back into your parking space. Being aware of when you're in a transitional space of everything that you're doing is really important too. So there's some basic stuff. Everybody here is obviously good at that kind of stuff, but just being more aware when you're out in public, especially these days. Criminals are getting braver, more cunning, and more desperate, which is the worst thing you want, all right? So now let's talk about some situational stuff. What are some situations that you can be in that are the worst? Someone comes in first of all, grabs you, all right? So here's real quick, what do you think? And I'll examine for example, all right? But one of the things you see in regular, like self-defense seminars is they do this one. All right? I don't know why an attacker would do that unless they want to start dancing. Does that make sense? A lot of times what someone will do, if they grab, what do I want to do? There's my door, all right? I want to take her here. Does that make sense? If I grab both, I'm trying to take her. How does that really happen? Normally, if I'm going to take her, how do you guys think I would take her through that door? I would grab her, lift her up, and start running. I know because I've done this to grown men in a steel cage who knew I'm doing it, and I can still get away with it. So I'm pretty sure most of the people that I'm hitting at, I'm going to be able to do that. And I'm, 170 pounds. I'm not a large, giant man. All right, most men are probably statistically speaking bigger, taller, maybe stronger than me. So the idea there is, if I know what I can do it, a lot of times, most other men are again, it's that shock and awe factor. So there's 2 positions that I want to work standing, then 1 position that I want to work that I want everybody in here to get great at. Then we're going to work some basic striking. All right. Again, the first 3 positions we're going to work, I want it to end there and create separation. At the end of the day, a self-defense situation, you don't want to get away from your attacker, and we don't want to stand here and just go, hey, here's the last woman or man standing. That's not what we want to do. All right? Even if it's a self-defender, even in a steel cage, I want the minimal amount to happen. You know what a perfect fight for me as a world title is? Walk in, hit them once, and go home. That's a perfect fight for me. I'll tell you this, the greatest fighters in the world, Floyd Mayweather, they hate fighting. All right, I've been in 150 sanctioned fights. There's nothing more in this world I hate than fighting. Because that's what makes me a great fighter. Why? Because I'm going to get in that cage, get out of there as soon as I can. So much bad stuff can happen in a self-defense situation or in a cage fight. So for me, it's getting in and getting away. getting space between my attack. Does that make sense? Now you see all these shots of the videos right over here. What did she do? The classic. Yeah, there we go. So right over the classic, the hand, the groin, the kick. Yeah, exactly. I hate to say this, but we've tested this theory in the gym. A couple of my female classes, do whatever you want to do. And they are up kicking me, deep in the groin. It hurts. But I'm telling you right now, it's not like a magic button like you see in the video. I personally am willing to fight through that. I have fought through that. It does not drop me. I have been in a full contact Muay Thai fight. I have been kicked clean in the groin. Shook it off and kept going. So that magic button, get that out of your head. All right, get that. Some of the guys out over here, they're going to fall and look over and tell them what a bad person they are. That is not how it's going to happen. All right, so I'm not going to teach you that pretend stuff. All right, what I want to teach you is what's called a kung fu move. Everybody, real quick, if this fight stance, everybody in your self-defense stance, real quick. Let's get this out of the way. How many people are right-handed? Raise your right hand. All right, now put that right foot behind you. All right, now, so right here, do this. So now, I'm for the sake of the drill, I wish I should have worn my luchador mask. I'm the attacker, all right? So, and that's my victory, all right? All right, so the idea is, we're here, whatever happened, we're now face to face. Show me your self-defense stance, fight stance. Okay? That's it. All right, cool. That's it. Who knows what body language is? Everybody, right? What's body language? I'm gonna say something to you without saying it. What is it? Go ahead. What does that say? Put your dukes.
I'm ready. I'll take you down.
Put your dukes up. Let's trade punches. Let's see who wins. That's what that says. Let's go. All right. Here's what your fight stance says. What's your fight stance? What's she stating? What do you want to say if I'm not attacking?
Stay away from me.
One word. Stop. Now, everybody, look at the mirror. Show that person. Raise the pony over your face. Who is it? You're all out there. Who is it?
Yourself.
She's looking at you. Look at me. That's the demonic. All right. I say that because that's the person that's there. Every fight you're ever going to have, every business meeting, every talk. Does that make sense? I say that and use the mirror because I want you to see what your attacker's going to see. So everybody in your fight stance. What does your fight stance say? Stop. Let me see it. Yeah, so put your hand out. Your hands are out. Left hand forward. Right hand a little bit closer. This here looks here. What I like to do, now, I'm in a full contact cage fight. Here is my stance. I'm touching the hand the whole time. It's not like you think of movies where she goes and I go in a fight. I don't hands up, I'm here. I'm touching that hand. I'm touching it. I'm going to grab that hand. I'm going to get that hand out of the way. Does that make sense? It's not, okay, you go, I go. In a self-defense situation, they're going to grab you. If they have to come up and get that one shot and all shot, they're going to have to grab you. They're going to have to grab you and take you something. Does that make sense? So first and foremost, stop. This hand's back here, Mooresville, it's almost threatening. You're saying, you ever heard of the Power Rangers? The Power Rangers over here? It was good, but what it did was it sent a clear message to children. It said, hey, this is not my fight stance. It sent a clear message to kids that, hey, stop. If you don't stop, this is waiting for you. That's kind of the idea. That's why we're all right-handed, right? Everybody right-handed? All right? We're keeping our power shot behind us. Cool? We think about a chess match. Now I'll go through the bunches. Who plays chess? Anybody? No? Alright, you guys know this, but when I'm in a full contact fight, I'm playing a chess game. I know I got 15 minutes on the clock to play this game. And in self-defense situation, I have 1 second. I have 3 seconds. I have 2 seconds. Does that make sense? A lot of time waiting for somebody else to show up, waiting for somebody else to help us. I've watched enough videos online where that is not how it goes. Expect to fight to the death if you have to. So, we get my fight stance, that's it. Cool. So now, we're here, that's it. What do I have to do? I just have to pass this. Cool? So the idea is if I have to pass that, I'm going to grab her. Now if I just grab this, what does she do? That's how you know what happens when I hit her back. We're just going to start trading punches? She might just want to do that with me. All right, let's pretend that your attacker is bigger, stronger, and crazier than I am. All right, cool. And not going to get hit with a punch and go, oh, okay, you know what? A great punch. But first and foremost, I want to do what? I want to get away. So if I'm here, she grabs my wrist. She grabs that wrist. I want to do what? I want to get my hand back. But what happens if I pull my hand? Hold it tight. I go here. I just pull her in. All right. So the idea is I'm trying to create. You see that? You see that move? Beautiful. That's exactly what we don't want to do. Got it? All right. So what we do is everybody in your stance. I do this. I've done this for years. I can say this because I like it. Kung Fu. So just do that. Just do that. Just do that. I know, right? Like, oh, wow, that's such a basic position. So if I keep my hand out and I go here, all right? So if I grab her wrist and I go, you know what? There's my door. Boom. Go ahead, grab my wrist. Yeah. Keep going. I'm out. Go ahead. Grab my wrist. Grab your wrist? No, let's hand. Boom. Right there. So when she grabs my wrist and pull me, I just go. Does that make sense? I'm just trying to get rid of that first grip. How do I know this works? I've done this a lot in steel cage. Alright? So when we get the cage fight, for example, what I get is I want to get what's called head and arm. So I want to get here, and I knee, and I elbow. What she needs to do in a cage fight, and this is harder because we have a glove on. So not only do we have the hand, we also have a 4-ounce glove. So I'm not even legal, but sometimes I'll sneak my fingers in there. Does that make sense? Because I want to have what we call wrist control. So in a self-defense situation, it's just as important. In a cage fight, having that head and arm, the wrist control is crucial. In a self-defense situation, this is one of the techniques. I don't want you to think about this. I want you to just go, okay, he's got me. I'm doing my Kung Fu move. I've got my wrist back, now I'm creating separation. Rather than most of those go, oh no, because now your attacker is here. You got that? Okay? So that's our first and foremost. We're going to drill that. Second move we do, let's go ahead and you're a bus stop texting. Let's say you're a bus stop texting, right? Just texting, right? Not paying attention. So someone's going to come up, grab her, squeeze, and then lift or take or something. You guys got that? What does she want to do right now?
Take her arms up.
Headbutt.
Oh.
Headbutt. Headbutt. All right? Headbutt. Boom. Seems so obvious. I would say this in Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a black belt. A white belt with good intentions is much more dangerous than a black belt with bad intentions. Does that make sense? What that means, if I'm a black belt and I have bad intentions, we're training, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to beat you up, but I'm not going to injure you. If I'm a white belt and I have good intentions, I'm going to cut it away and throw my head back. So if we were doing that technique in the gym, she flew her head back and broke my nose, she's more likely to be as a white belt than a black belt. But when I tell my athletes to take the back, I go here, I put my head in. So I go here. So if you go against anybody trained or take one jiu-jitsu or just wants to squeeze you, you're going to put the head in and then I'm going to walk right here when you won't flail. Does that make sense? Yeah, so that's the idea. Or more importantly, what's going to happen is, let's say I'm not taking you to that door. Let's say I've got you here, and I lift, and I slam you clean to the ground. There's the shock and awe. There's you going. There's where you're going to freeze and you're going to wait. That's what that, you're going to have shock. Does that make sense? We have to avoid that. We're going to avoid that at all costs, obviously. All right? So when we do that, let's say she takes my back. Control my hand. She goes, yeah, so right here. I know it's basic, but first I'm going to do, what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to headbutt. All right? So she's going to put her ear. She's going to put her ear on my spine. Listen to my thoughts, all right? Good. So if I headbutt right here, the problem is if I headbutt, go a little more like that. Squeeze. There. Now lower. You're right there. Now see if you can lift me up. So she got me right. So if I go to throw that headbutt and she lifts at the right time, oh, I'm going with her. Does that make sense? I'm going airborne. So when she goes to get me, first thing I think is, okay, I want to be heavy. I want to be heavy. First thing I think. And then I go here, and I turn. Does that make sense? Here I'm dropping to break that grip or at least get you out so you can get away or turn your head. All right? I know it's basic, all right? The second self-defense position I want to work is, let's say she's doing let's say she's facing that way again. They're all back attacks, all right? All right? And now I get what's called an over-under. So I just trap one arm. A lot of times, somebody will do this when I'm here, right? They're gonna have a blade, or hey, we're going this way, we're going that way, don't do it, right? So what she wants to do, all right, so she comes there and grabs me here. She's got this one arm trapped. What I want to do is isolate and attack this arm, all right? Whether I pull it here, or she got a grip, or what we're going to work lightly is I take it here. I'm going to grab it here, and then she goes airborne. This is called a sailing not yet, over the back throw. And that is something that you drill something, drill that. Because that's when you see someone comes up, boom, she could throw me over her back once she gets the technique. Does that make sense? So the basic techniques I want to work today. Grab my wrist. Kung Fu. Boom. Now she goes.
Okay.
Now you go. Boom. Oh yeah. So we're putting ourselves in that scenario today. I go Kung Fu. Boom. She goes. Now, for the sake of the drill, she's going to grab me. And she's got to kind of pull. There, she's going to take me that way. I'm going to give a little bit. Keep going. And then I go, oh no, I got you. No, stop. And now watch. Now you pretend like you're being attacked. So I pull them, I'm going to pull you a little bit, and pull a little resistance. And then you go. Boom. Now pull me. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then I go, okay, cool. Right there. So when I go, she lets go a little bit to be good partner. That makes sense? So now I pull her a little bit. And then she goes. So what this is we're basically, when we're drilling, is going, you're the attacker, I'm the attacker. You're the attacker, I'm the attacker. So we're getting this first drill, this first just Kung Fu move. A lot of times she's there, I'm going to go here. Grab both of her hands, maybe. Now from here, there's not a lot I can do unless I'm taking her somewhere. If I'm attacking, I'm going to headbutt her, right? So she has her options, her groin strike, her knee. Don't do it, all right? Or her elbow strike. Left elbow to my jaw. Does that make sense? So if I'm here, yes. So a lot of those are famous fighter named John Jones, one of the greatest fighters ever. He will come up, and he will grab an athlete's hand, and go like this. Boom. And he's one of the top guys in the world. So we have Kung Fu move on both wrists, 2 back escapes, and then I brought the pads, because I would like to do 4 basic strikes, and I want everybody to know. 2 elbows, 2 knees, okay? So having this elbow, this knee, and this knee. When someone grabs you, they're not fighting you, not attacking you, you have the option. They're not having that. I'm telling you right now, this right here, if she goes through that elbow, one elbow, I say it all the time in my fights, one elbow is a game changer. All right? I'll tell you, there's a guy looking at me across that cage right here, come take my life, take everything I've worked for. One elbow, here's the look I see in their face. They're mad, and they're a trained fighter in the cage, knowing it's coming. But elbows are one of those things, they shock and all. You want the shock and all, elbow somebody. A lot of times, attackers, we're going to slap you, open hand strike you. Does that make sense? Elbows and knees. So we're going to work Kung Fu move, just again, back and forth, our partners. We're going to work both of our back escapes over and over again with our partner. That'll be kind of our warm-up. After we get warmed up, we're going to grab pads and work on knee, elbow, knee, elbow. If you come away with those 5 techniques today, that'll be good. At least give you enough, like we talked about. What's the one thing I want you to get from the seminar today?
Back in.
Back to your cars and your driveways and into your parking spots. Ridiculous as it sounds. The techniques I want you to get are Kung Fu moves, our wrist pummeling we call it on both sides. Both of our back escapes. If someone's got both arms trapped or one arm trapped, elbow, knee, and knee. Cool? That's it. I'd love to come away with that. It's a lot more talking than I usually do. So let's see if we can get this going. Let's everybody grab a partner and grab a space. Let's come right in here. You guys come right in here. You guys come right in. Right in here, everybody in here. Alright, so we'll find a little bit of space. Alright, so our first one is our kung fu move. When I say switch, we're going to switch wrists. But right now, we're going to come out. One person's going to grab a wrist. We're going to kind of play a little bit. We're going to pull. We're going to do our wrist control, and then they pull. And then we do that. When I say switch wrist. So one thing is real quick right here, we're going to go same opposite side. Left to right, right to left. Alright? So let's go ahead. And one of these things is key is because people always ask me, what's the defense? How do I learn how to stop a choke? How do I learn how to stop this? Learning the defense to anything in fighting, master the offense. Make sense? So if I want to really learn how to get out of this, I want to learn how to do it right. So what I'm thinking is like this right here. Like I'm literally grabbing that wrist bone is with these two right here and then closing up. So I'm not too high on the forearm. I'm right here. I want you guys to master it on both sides. I want you to master how to control somebody, or more importantly, how to get out. All right? So let's go ahead and get started. Your opposite feet are towards each other. Let's get it going. Yep, so here's the drill. Sarah. We're going to go Sarah real quick. So here's the drill. Here's the exact drill. Put your hand up. So right here, go to your kung fu, now pull. Now, see that right there? So I want these two right there, I'm grabbing that wrist bone. Oh, feel how tight that is? Yeah, that takes away my mobility. So now she'll pull me just like there. Something, oh no, I'm going to that spot. And then I go here, I go on her, now she goes. That's it. The back right there, we're just going to get great at that. That's what I want to get great at. Just that little, you got me, go ahead, you got me, no, I got you. That's what we're saying all the time. Not just, hey, I want to get away, but also like, if she grabs me, and I go right here, the tiger's going to think twice and blow. And then, you know what I mean, then we can start that punching you guys wanted to do earlier. Maybe then. But that's what I'm trying, we're trying to avoid any kind of striking. I got to get away from this person. All right, let's get it going. So we'll go one wrist only and then switch. Go. So opposite feet towards each other. That's it. That's how slowly. All right, let's do a side note really quickly. So one of the things is when she grabs you, this will help you. I don't want to go here, all right? She can still pull down. What I want to do is I never want to lose control. So think about using the back of my wrist for a split second, so I never pull away. So when she goes here, I'm going to use the back of my wrist. Like we had a question here, why do I want to grab her if I'm trying to get away? The idea is because I want you right now to master the offense. I want you to get really good. How do I control here? Then once you figure out, hey, how do I control? Something here is going to be a lot easier mistakes. Go ahead. Right there. Now, I want everything just kind of, we can even slow it down. Go slow it down. Yes. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to come here, pull her in and do it. I want everything to happen out here. Yes. That's it. Boom. And Then take a couple seconds in between. I go. Now shoot. Yeah, that was perfect. That was it. Got that? So I really want everybody in here to get that. Right here. Let's do it. Let's do it.
There we go, switch hands.
So opposite feet. There you go. So you guys you switch feet.
It's okay. And then you go back.
So you guys have opposite stance. Opposite stance. Nope, that's the same. There we go.
If you stay like that.
Question. If you have a question, raise your hand. I'll come to you. That's why I'm here. Real quick, partners, when your opponent, your partner executes that technique on you, you have to kind of let go. So that's the idea. So when she comes in, go ahead, grab my wrist. There, so she grab my wrist. Yeah, so she has my wrist. Oh no. So I kind of play. And then I go smooth. And then she goes. Then I go. Take a little bit of time between. Yeah, so kind of feel. So the reason we're taking a couple seconds between, so we kind of feel what it feels like to get stuck. All right, let's keep going. Let's try both wrists. Go. The problem is, if you're there, I can feel it. Now, you can go all the way up. Normally, we don't cross the quick cross, and we got a whole bunch of strikes right here. It's more used to kind of happens here. Because if I grab her here, I'm trying to take her here, she's got to
So, if we're right normally when I use my strike,
you don't get to choose. You don't get to pick which hand you're tapping in the back. So you got to master both. Yeah, because you don't want to.
we're going to go grab it here.
Who's got questions? All right, real quick. Who thinks they have it? Raise your hand if you have it figured out. You guys have it? We'll grab one. You guys have it? What? know what I mean?
For our drill right now, right, you take it, okay, and it's grabbing me. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think just on both sides, right? That's your left, so you're right. You have your right here. Okay. You mean like, okay, grab. You have to grab at the same time. I'm grabbing like this, you can turn it.
All right, everybody in. Quick, real quick, let me in. All right, real quick, any questions on that? I know you guys don't feel like it. We did like 5 minutes of that. That is something that I do weekly. I've been doing this for 22 years. Actually, I started when I was 6, so I've been doing it for 34 years, but I won't tell you that. All right? But that's something I do every day when I train. I know it's not, but that's one of the places I know that I have to read first. Does that make sense? So now let's go ahead with our partners. Let's work our first back escape. Okay? So now she's texting, she's at the bus stop, she's got her guard down, she's got her, so I'm gonna come in step, I'm gonna go here, and now everybody, again, I want you to learn the offense so you know the defense. Everybody go like this. Go like that. Go like that. Alright, who got it? Who got it? Who got it? Nope. Nope. Alright, there, go here. Go here. Go here. There, so your thumbs are not laced like that. This is what we call gable grip. Dan Gable, the greatest wrestler coaches known to man. This grip right here, I don't go here. I don't go here. If I drag somebody, I go here. That allows me the most force. Does that make sense? It's called gable grip. What I want you to at least know this because I'll tell somebody she's going to grab. Okay? So when I come around, she's texting me going up. I'm going to come around, my ears on her spine, out of here. Give me accidentally headbutt. I'm here. She's going to do what? Drop down, spread your legs, spread your arms here like this, and turn away. Yes. So ideally, the way we drill this in wrestling and fighting, start off just a little bit. Grab. So when she gets here, the idea is yes, the first thing I want to do is go there. Yes. So knowing what she wants to do back there is crucial. I want you to know that because someone grabs me, I'm going to drop down, try my headbutt. I'm not going to do this. Why? Because I'm going airborne. Squeeze. Gable grip. Big gable grip. Nope. Yes. Nope, you have it. Right there. Cool. All right. So what I want to do now is there. She's doing great. All right. I want to change my level. My arms go out. Just like that. And now in grappling wrestling, I turn in. I grab her legs and I pull her legs in. We're not doing that. I just want you to grab. Go ahead. She grabs. Boom. Boom. That's it. That's all. I want to put down and here. Does that make sense? It allows that opportunity for even that accidental headbutt. If she kept her headbutt, most times come in and they go to grab you and that headbutt is there. Does that make sense? So let's go ahead and go 1 through 1. Grab them with the gable grip and escape. Let's get it going. First, back escape.